Hello and welcome to the International Student Group launch. My name's Ross Leven and I'm Student President for Communication and Democracy. Bart, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Bart Grabski and I'm Vice President International.
Hi guys, my name is Lemuel and I'm the Vice President of Societies.
So first of all, it's probably worth, Bart, would you like to give us some explanation about what you do as Vice President International?
So as Vice President International, I look after our international student group and I look after our international community at Robert Gordon University.
And well, do you want to talk a little bit about what you do with societies?
Yeah, so basically I'm the voice of societies. Basically, I just there to help them to come up with ideas to, make sure that students joining societies, they are, involved, they are active and having a wonderful experience in RGU. So that's basically it.
Good. So I suppose the purpose of this session is one, to introduce the week that we've got coming up. So it's One RGU Many Nations. And then we'll also go on to discussing the International Student Group, which is newly launching, what they do for students, how you can get involved, and Barton and Wells role in that as well. So first of all, we have a great lineup this week of activities. So today we've got this event, and then tomorrow we've got the RGU Welcomes Many Nations, which is a video from international students at RGU around some things to expect and their experiences as well. Then on Wednesday, we have an advice and support Q&A session. So we're joined by Hamish Walker from the immigration team and also Jordan Creasy, who is the student advisor here at the Union, who will say a bit more about what they do, how international students can get involved in the Union and our activities, and then also answer any questions. Thursday, we've got a partnership agreement roundtable. So the three student presidents here at the Union will be speaking to Filippo Antoniazzi, who's the Director of Student Life, and one of the university's vice principals, Liz Hancock as well, about partnership, how we all work together, and then also some of the plans for the rest of the semester and semester 2. And then Friday, we have, Bart, maybe you want to touch on the International Students Q&A with the two groups.
Yeah, on Friday we will have a roundtable discussion. It will be we will be joined by Black Liberation Network, and we will be talking about our international experiences at RGU and our experiences here in Aberdeen.
That's really good. And do you want to maybe touch on who's going to be getting involved with that?
Yes, so we will have Oleg, who is president for Dance Society. We'll have Arij, who is our equality champion for race. We'll have Emma, who will be guiding us and leading the discussion. And we will also have Helen, who is president for African and Caribbean Society. Yeah, so it will be us. And also on Tuesday, we have a Netflix party event. So yeah, we will be watching the last 3. So hopefully you can join us for that as well.
That's really good. I think we've got a really exciting week coming up. And then also on Thursday, we have our cook along where Emmanuel, the student president for education and welfare, will be explaining to us how to cook jollof rice, and we'll be having a bit of discussion around the importance of cooking these kind of cultural dishes authentically, and the role that they have in these kind of celebrations. So, Bart, do you maybe want to, first of all, give a little bit of explanation around the International Student Group and your role in that too?
So recently we've actually discovered like a need for international student group to be like established within our student union structures. Last year we had international committee, which kind of evolved into a group now. That was led by Vice President International last year, Dami. So this year we've evolved into international student group, and we want to showcase the inclusions, transparency, equality, diversity, and we want to show our affection for international students, and we want to show that we are here and we want to look after them. So the purpose of the group is to provide opportunity for international students to network with each other. We want to contribute to the key union and the university activities and events. And we want to ensure that the views from our international community are conveyed effectively at the university.
I think that's exactly it, and really important from our side at the Students' Union as well as you've touched on, last year we had the International Committee who did an amazing job in the events planning that they did. So they took an active role in planning the One RGU Many Nations and some other events throughout the year that really celebrates RGU's diverse cultures and the kind of diverse student body. I think the reason that we wanted to look at launching it as a student group is to allow for that sustainability going forward. So the support from the union, from the executive, and then also from the staff team here, and providing that development and the kind of funding that is required to allow this group to go forward and to really have an active role within the union, but also in representing international students to the university as well. So before we move on to the next topic we want to discuss, just for anyone watching, if you've got any questions, comments, anything like that, please feel free to post and we will do our best to answer them or address them as we go through this. So just comment, whether it's Facebook or any of the other platforms that we're on. Feel free to comment and we can propose your questions to the panel here as well. So Bart, you've touched on briefly what the International Committee did, but I wonder if you and Noel maybe want to touch on some of the more kind of day-to-day roles that you did in the committee, and then some of your plans that you've got going forward.
Okay, so to be honest, it was really fun being part of the committee last year. It was actually, I didn't get involved on any society, but I was involved on the committee, and last year was my first year, and it was an amazing experience, especially because of this event, One RGU Many Nations. I'll talk about the experience that I had during this event, that I found it really important, and I really love the initiative that the union took of having this event, because it's kind of a bonding event kind of thing. So it's where I'm actually surprised how many cultures are here in RGU, so many countries. And I'm from Mozambique. I didn't find anyone from Mozambique during the event, but I found, for example, people from Angola. Angola is a place that speak Portuguese in Africa. So I found people that have like similar cultures as me. So I was like, oh, okay, that feels like home, So I really enjoyed, and I actually encourage, students that are watching right now this live to take part, to follow up every event that we will have through this year. You'll be amazed of how many cultures we have in RGU, and you are not alone, I actually, on my VP account, I think it was I think it was on Friday, I did a post on my story and I asked people where are they from, and I got surprised. There's so many countries here in RGU, people from Spain, people from Malaysia, from India, from Poland. You're from Poland, right?
Yeah,
Bart?
I was actually surprised as well how many different nationalities we have here.
From like almost all over the world. So it's really exciting. Yeah.
I've actually managed to meet few Polish people as well, because I'm from Poland myself. So I've actually managed to meet few of the students at RGU, One RGU Many Nation last year, who were from Poland as well. And I think it's actually good, like when you go to a university abroad and then you actually meet people from your country and you're like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, like I'm from Poland as well, and then you can like exchange like your experiences and how are you like settling in and how are you
You can
finding
help each
Aberdeen.
other, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think you also learn about different opportunities from each other. Like someone tells you this and someone else tells you that, and then you kind of expand your network at university as well. And I think this is a big benefit as well.
Yeah. So basically, that's it. I found really, really helpful, you know, having that experience with the international committee.
And I
So
think
if you
like,
want, oh,
yeah,
there you go, right? There
sorry.
you go. There you go.
I was just gonna add, like, I think it was so interesting, like last year when we were international committee, like how everyone like grew into like different role this year. And I think the biggest benefit of like the international committee was actually like our group and us meeting like I think we've been meeting like at least once a month and like kind of like engaging with each other and like sharing our experiences and like our ideas of what are the things we could do and what are the things we could like improve. I think that was like the best part of being a part of the
Of the
committee.
international committee, yeah. And look at me now, I'm VP of society,
Yeah,
so that's because I was part of the
like
committee.
yeah, I think like last year we would never actually imagine that, at this time we will actually be in those
Being
roles. And
VPs, yeah.
yeah,
I think
That's
that's
true.
exactly it. And we talk about this quite a lot amongst ourselves about that when we started, we've all come into these roles from very different ways. And when we started getting involved, we never saw ourselves doing this. But I think that's it. It's just both from your role in representing the wider student body, from getting other students involved, for providing activities for them, but then also what you get from being part of it and how you're able to
Yeah.
kind of progress through the various different ways that you can represent them. And I think that's where I touch on, and we spoke about it earlier, but from the benefit of having it as the student group rather than the committee, is that buy-in from both the union and the university. So where it slightly differs this year is we'll have two staff members from the university quite heavily involved. So we've got Hamish Walker from the immigration team, and then we've also got Hannah Leslie, who's the head of RGU Sport. And that allows us to have the two contacts where you both as members of the group and especially yourself, Bart, as both the chair of the group and then also as one of our vice presidents, can have that direct contact to feedback on any issues that are being faced and any positive comments and anything like that too.
Yeah.
So hopefully that means that going forward we can have both the really good event side and the celebration side and the support side, but then also that kind of student voice and feeding back part too.
definitely. I was thinking that maybe we could mention something about how we want to represent our international community. So I think the main thing is that we, as an international student group, would like to be trusted by other students. That we are there and we are there to hear you. We are here to listen to your ideas. If you have anything that you would like to work on, or if you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share that with us. And have that in mind, that we are this body for you and that we are here to offer this support. And I think the other way of representing our international community would be to actually be connected with other international societies that we have. So actually focusing on this like collaboration within the union and the university. And I think also something that is important is to bridge this diversity through like engaging and motivating our international community. So working on different campaigns, and I think actually promoting the group and reaching out to students to spread this awareness about our international presence and kind of showcase to students at RGU like, hey, we are here, we are international, and I think we also want to teach you something about our culture as well, and we want to learn a lot about the culture here in the UK, especially in Scotland. So yeah, I think these are like the 4 ways of how we want to like represent this international community.
I think that's exactly it, and that's where we can be really strong this year, having you and them well involved. Obviously, being involved in that committee before, and you've got a lot of experience in representing the wider international student body at RGU, but then also your work this year and the work you've done so far around your individual remits, so Bart with international and you and well with societies, but bringing that together and working together to make sure that the group does work across the various networks we've got, the societies that we've got, and the various groups as well, to try and make sure that we're definitely integrating all the activities together.
And I think, especially this year, I feel like there will be a close connection with our international student group and Black Liberation Network, like looking at what has been happening and how can we actually help students to feel welcome here at RGU, and make sure that they feel that they want to be here and that they are happy where they are.
I think that's exactly it. And this week, is a really good example of that, is having this during Black History Month and having some joint events with the Black Liberation Network and the team here at the Union that are putting on the kind of activities throughout the month. It's about celebrating that diversity and ensuring that students know that they can get in touch if they have any questions, that we're there to support them. And maybe that's kind of quite a natural progression onto the next topic of conversation around, especially this year when students are still at home right across the world to a bigger extent than usual. Not everyone's on campus. I know we've got some plans to do a lot of social events and some support events as well to ensure that they have that support there. So I don't know if either of you want to, Manuel, I know you've got some plans for some events with all societies as we go forward and into semester 2. I don't know if you maybe want to touch on that.
Yeah, ideas
Sorry,
are
I've
many.
put you on the spot there.
That's actually true. But yeah, ideas are many. And I mean, I have a great team. I have Ross with me. I have Bart. So working together, we'll come up with something good with societies. I'm actually really enjoying the fact that societies are coming with ideas of collaboration, for example, because everything is virtual, is online. So if societies are actually working together, they can reach many students, I have a plan right now to have a society spotlight, which is a week that societies will be there and show what they do, and you'll have the opportunity of joining them or finding, a family, a community that you can get involved and
But
have fun.
Even me, myself, I've realized that there is more online presence from the societies right now. And I think this is a benefit because maybe sometimes societies had events on campus or off campus, but not everyone was able to attend them. So I think having this online activity gives an opportunity for everyone to engage with that.
Yeah.
So it's more accessible for everyone. So I would see that as a benefit.
Yeah, it is definitely. And we still have this hope, of coming together in person again. But while that doesn't happen, we'll have fun still,
And I think even looking forward, I'm actually quite hopeful that maybe in second semester there will be, more opportunities to actually engaging with other students in person, depending on how the situation with COVID progresses. I was actually thinking that as an international student group, maybe we could organize some trips and, go somewhere together, especially around Scotland, to learn more about, what's happening
About
here,
where we
what's the
are,
history, where we are. Because, even myself, I've been here a year, and I feel like there's still so many places where I could go and see.
right?
And I feel like as an international student group, we're kind of in the similar position because we are not from here. So we are all like eager to learn and explore. So I think, yeah, going forward, it would be great if we could have something like that in the second semester. But that obviously depends on what the situation will be like.
I think that's exactly it. We've got some great plans for this semester, at least in the online environment.
Yep.
And then, if need be, next semester we'll have a lot of similar events. We'll do another kind of One RGU Many Nations style event. Obviously, usually that's only once a year, but I think this year especially, where we do have the virtual environment is the real focus. There's definitely an opportunity to do that. And then, as you say, if government guidelines and the kind of situation starts to ease a bit and get better, then there always is those opportunities for in-person events, whether that be kind of in the near future and to next semester, depending on the guidelines, or as we progress through the next few years as well. And we'll definitely have this group up and running and really ready to go
Yeah.
when we do get to that point.
I think especially like last year, having this event in person, like the big benefit was actually having food there. So hopefully in the second semester, we will have an opportunity to do something
To
similar.
do that again.
It would be amazing if we actually had some food. And because I mean, if you look at it, like food is like a big thing for like
It is.
diversity, and like you go somewhere and it's like a lot about food and like what they eat, and like it was really good that we had an opportunity to like try different things that we wouldn't
Different things,
normally eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We're doing a lot this week to try and replicate the various aspects, but that's probably the one that isn't possible to do in this virtual
Yeah.
environment, is the big celebration, all getting together and really kind of using the various different cuisines that are there to discuss and to meet everyone. But we will one day.
Yeah, we didn't have a movie screening last year, so well, there is something new. So I feel like I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow and the screening.
I think that's it. And the more that we can do, and we can find different ways to allow students to engage with the group as we move forward, and then also with each other, through these online kind of events and activities that we've got planned. It can only be a good thing. But we are aware that it can't fully replicate what you would usually get or what we have had in the past. So we can assure you that when we do get back to normal, as much as that's become a cliche, we will have a great few events planned.
Yeah.
And I think, talking about a virtual based week, Linwell, tomorrow we have a cultural celebration on Instagram, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we have a more group based. So do you maybe want to touch on what there are plans for tomorrow, and then we can go on to the rest of the week as well from the social media side?
Man, to be honest, I'm very excited for that. Let me start by saying that, I'm actually inviting everyone watching this live for you to take part on this. So basically, we'll start tomorrow a cultural celebration, which every student can post on their social media, right? About their culture. If it's food, if you want to cook and make, a small video showing how you do your food. If you want to, dress up, how you dress up, in your country, you can take a photo and post it on your social media. And with that, you have to tag the union and Bart, the vice president, or even me, and we can share on our social medias. And that will be very nice because we'll learn about your cultures, we'll learn about, and we'll that would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the plan for tomorrow, and the Instagram takeover for throughout the week, isn't it? The Instagram takeover will be the opportunity that societies will post about the cultural based societies. They will post about their culture and what they do as well as a society. And if you are an international student, you just need to stay tuned and see, because you'll find someone from your culture or maybe similar, and you can join the societies of that. So that's a great opportunity. So keep an eye on the union's page, on the union's Instagram page, so you'll be able to, join the societies. Yeah.
I was actually thinking that maybe I could cook something myself and post a
See?
post on Instagram, but usually me in the kitchen ends as a disaster. So I don't know if I want to try that, but if
We would
not,
love
I'm
to
gonna
see
have to
that,
find
Bart.
a different way of like engaging with it. Yeah.
I think that's exactly it, and it's hopefully both the event on Tuesday with individual students posting in throughout the week is a really good way to try and almost replicate what we would get in the Serene Wood Atrium at a usual event. So as Manuel says on Tuesday, post whether that's a great example, Bart, whether it's a cultural dish, whether it's kind of an item of clothing that's kind of really important in your culture, whether it's a festival or a celebration, or even just some stuff that you get up to on a regular basis. Make sure you post it,
Yeah.
tag the union, use the hashtag One RGU Many Nations, and we'll get that shared on the union's profile as well, to try and make that quite prominent and make sure that's the kind of highlight of the day. But we will be sharing more information about both tomorrow's social events and the rest of the week later on today. And for our actual events as we go forward, make sure you head over to the union website, and the link should be at the bottom of the screen as well, if it's worked properly, to make sure that we can do that. So we don't seem to have any comments at the moment, so we will start to draw to a close. But maybe if both you, Lemuel, and Bart want to highlight a couple of the activities that you're most looking forward to this week. Again, I've put you on the spot. Apologies for that.
I think I already gave you an idea what I'm waiting for tomorrow. To be honest, I'm waiting for tomorrow. I'm actually taking part on that. I'll dress up my cultural attire, and I'll take a photo and I'll share with you guys. So I just want you guys to do the same, the students, of course. And this necessarily doesn't mean that it's just for international students. I want to see Scottish students as well doing that because you want to learn about your culture as well. So yeah, it's what I'm looking forward. And the Netflix party. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'm the same. Like tomorrow is gonna be such a fun day. I'm gonna try to cook something, and something that just came to my mind is like, if I'm gonna fail in the kitchen, I can always go to like supermarket because there's always a Polish section, and I can just buy something that's ready made and just say, look, that's the Polish dish. So I have a plan B. And yeah, the Netflix party is going to be fun. And also the Friday event. I think that's going to be quite interesting as well, to share this like experiences of being international in Scotland and in RGU. And I think because we are from like in the call on Friday on the panel from like diverse backgrounds, I think it's going to be interesting what are our different perspectives on being here in Scotland and being here at RGU. So I would really invite you to join us on Friday for that.
I think that's exactly it. That's definitely going to be one of the highlights of the week, is having a proper student-led activity as well, and getting a few different students involved as we go as well.
And
okay,
I was actually thinking if I could use this opportunity to talk a little bit more about our international student group. So we are very newly launched, and we are actually have some vacancies within the group. So at the moment we have a vacant position for vice chair communication and engagement, marketing and events, and well-being. So if anyone would be interested in collaborating with us and being involved with our international student group, then feel free to get in touch with us. You can either use my email, which is vpinternational@rguunion.co.uk, or you can email international student group directly, and that's isg@rguunion.co.uk. So please feel free to email, even if you have any questions regarding that, then we'll be more than happy to answer any of those.
Thank you very much. And yeah, so over the course of this week, we'll be launching a lot more activities around the International Student Group. So you'll see it appear on the website. There'll be an option to join. But as Bart said, if you'd like to get involved in actually running the group, please do get in touch. It's a great opportunity. It will be a great opportunity as we go forward and as we properly launch the group and start looking at the initial activities. So you don't want to miss out.
You don't.
Wow.
Okay, well, thank you both very much. And thank you everyone for tuning in. I don't think there's any comments so far, but if you do want to get in touch, as Bart said, the International Student Group email is below. Feel free to get in touch with us all. You can find all of our contact details on the UNews website, and we are all on Instagram as well. So you can find us there.
Follow me on Instagram. That's RGU_VP Societies. My
And
page
you'll find
is fun. So
you'll find Bart at RGU_VP International as well.
International, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, thank you both very much. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
You're welcome.
And we'll
Thank you for listening.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Keep up to date with the latest news and activities from the University and the Students' Union by connecting with us across social media.
Find out about our latest projects and take part in competitions and challenges. Get in touch if you have any questions or queries about life at RGU.
You'll also find our team of student presidents and vice presidents on Instagram for regular campaign updates, photos and videos.
So log on, connect with us, and make sure you stay in touch with the RGU digital community.